Stardom Q's looks like it's gonna be another of those a little bit weirder maps. I don't really recall whether it was like because it felt balanced or not. I think there was some issues with the map in 1v1. Although I think it was more weirder like team games.
Which map?
The Moon Q.
Oh, yeah. I think its issue is the east side has it's harder to defend
Mm-hmm.
from early raids and harassment, I think. If I remember right.
All right, I'll take a short break in
Okay.
the early game.
So what do you think these players are gonna go with, Rizzo? Vehicles or bots?
Well, probably bots to open if I had to guess. This map is pretty big, so
Yeah.
you know you see kind of like the same problem with as on Iman Macha, where you just have to defend everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Although at the beginning you have some safety because you have the hills and you just have essentially, well, three spots where you have to kind of like protect and then you're safe. But yeah, once they expand, then yeah, it becomes much more difficult to protect.
So yeah, normally I know that the dual start positions for this map would be opposite corners. So Stardom opting for an actual center start instead,
Yeah.
which is probably good actually.
Okay. I mean,
You know,
it just means he's exposed from multiple. But yeah, it means he can go to the center quicker and.
well, that's the whole thing about the center start, right? Maybe it feels more vulnerable, but at the same time, you get faster response to both sides of the map instead.
Yeah, but I feel in particular with this map, I mean, yeah, sure, you will get that faster response, that's for sure. But I feel in this map there isn't much in the center, so there's just a couple of mixes, but there's a lot north and south. Yeah, like for example, if you compare it versus CCR, then yeah, that's certainly a map where you want to go to the center quicker. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just making theories. I just want to see how Stardom plays this. All the games I remember seeing so far, both players started. I mean, in 1v1, both players started at the opposite corners. Yeah, and Stardom going bots as well.
Yeah, so they're both going to get a res bot first. Stardom going to get the tree reclaim, and Randy also going to start with trees.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we'll see either. I mean, I know we'll see a constructor train out of Stardom, but Randy actually gonna get some units first, get out on the map, and hopefully deny expansion.
And they won't find anything there, but we'll confirm that Stardom is
17.
somewhere different.
Somewhere else.
Somewhere else. It's like, I mean, it feels weird when you try like, okay, he must be there. Then you go to see what's what, and he's not there, and you have to adapt. So is Stardom just gonna ignore all those? Like, I know it's not that many, but it's like 200 metal in the rocks, right?
You mean Randy? So Stardom didn't start close to the rocks.
Yeah. But still.
Randy specifically chose the trees, so I don't know.
Grabbing the rocks now.
160 metal. I mean, I guess if you want to get your resbot paid back, you know, like, what you do? 190?
Yeah, it's 200 on the side. I think about 190 am.
Okay.
So Randy's going south now. with his 2 grunts. I think he will soon realize that he has to go north. Well, I mean change course. See, does he see? Yeah, he doesn't know yet where he is.
He hasn't yet
But he
seen-
knows now. He came. Well, not sure yet. Yeah,
He's gonna realize now at least.
Yep, he
Yeah,
realized. he
he's
just
now
moved,
he's like, okay, well, where is he? Stardom saw those, at least one of those grunts on radar, and has 2 in position. Yep. To protect his constructor. So Stardom is currently expanding in 4 directions.
And Randy is more on metal. I suppose that's because he claimed some of the metal. But
He
Stardom more
reclaimed-
on about
he-
the same energy. Yep.
He did reclaim the rocks on his side, most of them.
Yeah.
And part of it also comes from a little bit closer triple max, but I think Stardom's original goal is actually to lock down the map and focus maybe trying to scout with early grunts down in the south while locking the mid and, expanding to the north. Expansion to the north seems threatened
It's
by
I
the
mean,
Randy's grunts.
yeah, Randy's got that group of 5, and unless Stardom builds some more LLTs. Again, this is I don't know. This is one of those things like it feels like if you're gonna expand blindly in one direction, you should at least build LLTs along the way.
Yeah.
But
If you build too much of them, then also
He's gonna
yeah,
lose
a
his
couple
cone.
of there.
He's gonna lose his cone and the metal extractor.
and the res bot.
And yeah.
Well,
actually,
actually,
none
he
of
should.
them.
He should.
Yeah, he lost.
He should
the-
lose those.
Well,
Yeah,
if
He's
the
gonna
res
keep
bot,
the res bot.
yeah, if the res bot gets the bot up, which he does immediately, then it's fine.
You can just.
Okay. Randy also has a raid going on the south, which Stardom managed to see.
yeah, except there isn't much to raid south yet.
There's also nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
So it could be at least annoying.
Yeah.
Well, Stardom managed to lodge himself and Commander like in the middle, so at least there the raids will be easier to spot from there.
Well, theoretically, raids shouldn't be able to come through the middle.
Well, this line LLT expansion is a little bit weird. I think Stardom brings some fresh ideas, I think, to the 1v1s because that's certainly
Okay, so they've long been noticed, and I think
So
Randy's got to run away there.
grunts,
He's
yep,
gonna. So Stardom's gonna lose the constructor in the south. To that
and
group of 5.
perhaps this expansion. Yeah, I think he would lose it. Maybe not. No, he will. Yeah.
Okay, with micro, Randy would still have like 3 grunts.
Randy assembles new raiding party.
Yeah.
Gonna try to run it towards the south. By the
Yeah.
looks of it, and Randy transitions to vehicles.
Starting with a forward bot lab.
It's
feel like
surprising
when
to
you-
Stardom. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like when you build a forward lab, it helps if you build a different type of lab, like if you have body build vehicles or vice versa. But I would assume he
what-
might just reclaim his.
What if all you need is grunt?
Yeah. All you need is
Yeah, in that case.
And I mean, honestly, Randy's kind of out grunting him in the north at least, and then he's got a second.
Second raid
13
group, yeah,
grunt
has
raid
made it
in
to
the
this round,
south.
yeah.
Yeah.
while getting actually brutes to tackle the middle.
So that's where I feel like STARDOM was a little bit unlucky in that he lost his constructor in the south, because he started mid and ideally he should have expanded faster both sides, but he was stopped from expanding south.
Loses another constructor.
No,
And
He's
a bunch of
slowly
mixed
raising it
rules.
all up, but oof.
Very slowly, yeah.
I think Stardom would be really nice if he got like a lot more wind. I don't know. He has some solar, but I think he just needed some more windmills.
How does the stats look?
I'm imagining
Randy's like
yeah.
20k more.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's about 500 more metal.
Because the wind has been like nowadays it's been like it's 19 right now, so Stardom has like 17 windmills.
Well, and if really all you're gonna build is grunts, you know, what you want is a lot of energy
For sure.
and build power.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at the bases. So Randy has 5 nanos. Let's see. Versus 3 nanos for Stardom.
And he also has commander in this base,
Mhm.
giving
Oh, he does?
additional build
oh,
power.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's a big difference then.
He's spending all of the metal. I mean, that's a sure way to actually be able to contest.
Okay, Stardom loses more expansion in the north again.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of keeps pushing it back and resurrecting it, but he hasn't really been able to get much out of all of the north expansions at
Time
all.
and energy, right? And he doesn't have the energy. All he has is like metal.
Uh-huh.
And Randy's tank force is getting like scary big. Like it's up to almost 20 tanks and 15
so
in the middle.
far. Yeah,
Well, 15 in the middle and 20 tall.
yeah.
Yeah. Just looking at the mini map is Randy has like half of the map, and he is accumulating some big army here of brutes.
Yeah.
Probably trying to wait for the right time to attack this expansion in the middle. He's just continuously streaming brutes. Yeah. With like 6 nanos. on the
Actually,
commander.
you realize it's like 5,000 metal there locked up in the brutes. That's ridiculously.
Yeah.
Could have gone T2 twice. Almost
So-
for the price of
Yeah.
that.
Stardom dropping an air lab.
And has some raid going south, although Randy seizes and run away with his constructor. Yeah, no? Okay.
Self-deed. The
Yeah.
LLT.
Yeah, yeah.
But saves the con. Well played, like.
Yep.
The expansion is pretty free, but once again, Stardom kinda reroutes his grunts to join the other ones instead of exploiting the undefended mix areas. So Randy is lucky again.
Yeah.
Is Stardom gonna try to push against these brutes in the center? I don't think that's even close to enough grunts.
I think he only now sees the grunts. It's like, what are those? Are those enemy grunts? I have more, and then oh, those are tanks actually. So in for a big surprise with
Yeah.
I think
he
that's
has, like, how
in
many?
poker that's called slow rolling, right? It's like you think you're good, but actually you're like really dead. That's is being expressed by the Stardom. Jesus call. Like,
Where the
it's
hell
like you
did all
had
those tanks
30
come from?
you had 35 tanks the whole time and you didn't do anything, and you have like army at the north. That's definitely like slow playing, right?
Yeah, and I mean, he's not gonna make enough shuriken to stop
Shurikens,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if he like wastes the shurikens on opposing grunts, then yeah. Damn. I think Randy is chilling here from this point on. Spending all, can't even spend all the metal he's making from all those T1 mixes everywhere.
Yeah, like 62 metal income for Randy versus 20 for Stardom.
Okay, Shuriken in after Brutes, but I bet Brutes can shoot the Shuriken down. Maybe.
Okay, that's
You
not
don't
the
think so?
usual fights I've seen or expect. Sabu also is.
So is Randy gonna build an air lab? Yeah, he is, and he's building fighters. So
Yeah.
these sure.
Just making sure he.
I mean, there's just not enough Shuriken to stun this many Brutes. And the Grunts come back in from the north to just decimate Stardom space.
The brutes are all just the diversion, the real damage dealers are the grunts.
Yep.
Okay, and Stardom surrenders,
Exactly.
and that's GG.
Grunts win again.
Yes. All right.
You know what GG actually stands for? Grunt good.
Okay.